So on Thursday, March 20th, Gel put up a really unexpected Instagram post announcing that they were disbanding with quite a lengthy statement. I say unexpected because as recently as March 6th, they were announcing some pretty big shows, including a European tour with Volbeat and Bush, another European tour with the band Anxious, and next month they were actually scheduled to play at Coachella Festival. They're really at the height of their career as a band at the moment, so waking up to that post Thursday morning and as a massive fan seeing it was like a massive slug in the gut, as I'm sure it was for many of you if you're watching this video. If you haven't seen the post, it reads as follows. Hey everyone, friends and fans, Gel is no longer a band and therefore will not be playing any of our currently scheduled upcoming shows. The reason is pretty simple at its core. The former guitar player Anthony Webster has committed such heinous acts in trying to forward himself in his musical career that he's done absolutely irreparable damage to the band in the process, and it's affected us as human beings more than we can even attempt to explain, to the point of being completely unable to do the band anymore. Here are some examples of what he's done. He's stolen tens of thousands of dollars from us, and the best part is he left it all on record for us to eventually find. He spent it on his own rent, personal food orders, and really whatever else he wanted to, because for a long period of time, no one had access to the band account, or any accounts for that matter, but him, despite numerous attempts to gain access. Because, you know, we're in a band and we should all have access to those things. Oh yeah, he also spent a truly unbelievable number on OF purchases and mysterious Cash App transactions, likely in the same lane. He posted explicit images of band members on Reddit for the world to see. Yep, just casually, for who knows what purpose. Let that one really sink in. He did that all while still in a band with us too, by the way. Luckily, he's truly terrible at covering up his tracks, so we have the receipts to prove that one too. He put us in physically dangerous situations numerous times. From talking shit on the band Twitter and getting our van window smashed in with a baseball bat, to regularly driving erratically like a psychopath because he was upset for, again, who knows what reason. Oh yeah, he wouldn't let anyone else drive either, by the way, so we had to just deal with it. And throwing things at us because he's a little fucking baby and can't handle it himself like an adult. It was always the same with him. Absolute misery and inconsideration for anyone and everyone around him. Well, except for the people he wanted to impress with being a nice guy too. Lol. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are thinking, well, why didn't you just stop dealing with it? Why didn't you just leave? If you've ever been in an abusive relationship, emotionally and or physically, you'll probably understand this better. It's like that, but with your life's work and passion at the forefront as well. It's not so easy to just give something up that you care so much about, especially with pressures from outside organisations, people, etc., that are all counting on you in some way. We wish that this could have been easier, and we wish that it didn't have to end this way. We're fighters though, and we saw it through to the very end, until it simply couldn't go on anymore, and we're proud of that. On that note, we'd like to send out most sincere and deepest apologies to anyone who this is affecting on a personal level and beyond. We know so many people were counting on us, including Spiritbox, Volbeat, and our good friends in Anxious. We are so sorry that we have to end this way, and we truly hope the best for all of you. Thank you so much for the friends we've made over the years, and thank you so much to our fans for always being there for us and showing us how much you care. Take care of each other and love your friends. Love, Gel. Man, it's a very sad week to be a hardcore fan. Like, this is a huge loss. It's not been made clear what member or members of the band wrote this, but it's obviously not some silly PR drivel. It's coherent, but it does read kind of erratically, like it's kind of a frantic train of thought. I really do appreciate the bravery and honesty it took to write a post like this. I do wonder why this was put up now, because Anthony Webster actually hasn't been in Gel for quite some time. He left, or after reading this, was more likely kicked out sometime in 2024. No reason was given as to why at the time. Maybe they continued on hoping that they could still work together as a band, but the trauma of having worked with him proved too much. Which is so incredibly sad, you know, like they said in the statement, that's their life's work and passion. The dedication and commitment it takes to get to that level as a band in general, but especially a punk band, is so commendable, and it really sucks that they put all this hard work in and this asshole made sure that they had to walk away from it all in the end. I do remember hearing somewhere that he was the band's primary songwriter, so maybe they didn't want to continue on playing his songs, which is totally understandable, honestly. God knows I've made enough videos about how a lot of musicians are absolute lunatics, and something else awful happened with Zulu a few weeks ago, and it's probably happening in more bands than you and me even realise, and it's just really shit. I actually remember the van window smashing incident gaining notoriety on Twitter back when it happened, and everyone was dogging on the band so bad, and it's so much worse in hindsight knowing it was 100% this guy's fault. Also, to all of the mouth breathers wondering why there was tens of thousands put away to be stolen in the first place, clearly none of you know how expensive being in a band is. Like, touring can absolutely hemorrhage money. Also, like, disappointing but not surprising, but the lack of empathy about the Reddit situation and all of the victim blaming going on is just ridiculous. It's so traumatizing to have any bandmate or friend or anyone do that to you, and just the lack of fucking consideration that I've seen online for that has been insane. Anyways, as sad as I am that Gel are disbanding and there's going to be no more new music, I hope this is for the best and that they can find some closure and healing in this situation after ending the band. Working with Anthony Webster has sounded like such a horrible and scary ordeal to have gone through, and I can completely empathise with not wanting to walk away from your project that's your absolute baby. All of that and what's mentioned in the statement is kind of the only solid information that's available online right now, but of course there's a lot of speculation going on. I really hope Anthony Webster isn't the person who still has access to the band's finances that are rightfully theirs. That'd be really shit. Gel were really something special, and if any of the affected members have any projects that they start up down the line, I'll absolutely be right there to support them. I actually had the pleasure of meeting them in 2023, and I didn't talk to Anthony much, but the others were so lovely, and I was really looking forward to seeing them at Coachella next month. They've been a massive influence on my own band as well. It really sucks that this pathetic gooner had to go and ruin everything. Be sure to let me know you guys' thoughts and opinions on the situation down below if you have any. I was meant to upload a different video today actually, but I just haven't been able to stop thinking about this situation since Thursday. I'm just so gutted about it. Anyways guys, take care, mind yourselves. I'll catch you in another video. Bye.